Hi, Midlife Goddess here. I want to talk to you about something very interesting. Have you ever noticed what women like about men that's so weird? Guys with deep voices. If you have a deep voice, you've probably noticed that when you go out with your guy friends who don't have deep voices, women will flock to you. And it doesn't matter, you can be 5'7", but if you have a really nice voice, chicks dig it. Why do women like deep voices? Well, I looked it up because I was like, let me figure this out. Let me figure out why and in my very informal but accurate, I think, according to all of my friends' study, I asked every person pretty much that I know if they notice guys' voices and what do they like, and it's always a deep voice. Okay, so number one, deep voices are associated with confidence. Yes, the most attractive thing, right? And humor. I did another video on humor, and doesn't humor go right along with confidence too? Isn't that crazy? Okay, so another thing that they're associated with is power. So guys who actually have deeper voices will tend to make more money. Isn't that crazy? I mean, it almost seems unfair, doesn't it? Till I saw this video where it showed guys how they could make their voice deeper, and it was pretty simple. Okay, another thing is that guys with deeper voices are considered more, a little bit scary, a little bit frightening. They could protect you, protectors. So more intimidating. Yeah. And I think that women, even in this day and age, are very attracted to feeling like they are protected by a guy. And that deep voice makes them feel like they're protected. It's just a voice, but seems to work. Okay, another thing is respect. A guy with a deep voice automatically garners more respect, and not just from women, from his guy friends too. So the deep voice thing again, it's like an unfair advantage. Okay, and then the last thing is it makes the person seem as though they're going to have a larger body size. And do they even have a larger body size? They may not, but it's definitely associated with that. So when women hear voices, they're thinking what the guy will look like. Like if a group of guys is walking behind you and you hear pretty high-pitched voices, you're probably not going to turn around and be interested to look and see what they look like. But if you hear somebody who has a really deep, sexy voice, you're curious, what does this person look like? And you may look. Sometimes they look like you think they will, and sometimes they don't. But either way, they have a very attractive voice. If you're online dating, I highly recommend that you have a guy leave you a voicemail or a voice message before you even do a FaceTime call with him, because the voice will tell you really if there's any outside chance that you're going to be attracted to him. Because if you're not attracted to someone's voice, you're really probably not going to be attracted to them. And that could be for a number of reasons, but the pitch is certainly one of them. It can also be the speed with which they talk. Women tend to like guys who speak a little more slowly. And if you think of, Barry White is the ideal example that comes to mind when I think of singers with lower voices that women really like, that just throughout time. I think a lot of women also like Seal's voice or Sting's voice. So I don't even know who the current young artists that have really nice deep voices are. So if somebody could please tell me, I would appreciate it, because I just don't know. I'm not in the loop. I don't listen to the radio very much, Every time I'm like, I'm gonna listen to some new music, I start listening to the radio, and then all the new bands that I'm listening to sound like bands that I already like. They sound sort of derivative, and then I'm like, oh, I might as well just listen to the original one, which I think was maybe better. Maybe not. Do you feel this way? So back to the voice. How can you make your voice more appealing to women, especially if you have a little bit of a higher voice? Okay, well, you could just take a lot of testosterone. No, I am kidding. Don't do that. Don't do that. What you want to do is you want to put 3 fingers right here underneath like your Adam's apple. I don't know if I even have an Adam's apple. I have sort of, I don't think I have one, sorry. I guess we know. But if you put your 3 fingers there and you talk like that, and it forces you, instead of talking up high, to bring your voice down into your diaphragm more. And when guys do that, let's see, am I talking in a deeper voice by doing this? I don't think so. But apparently if a guy does this for 5 minutes a day in 1 week, he's gonna have a deeper voice. Voila, just like that, easy fix. And very effective. The voice thing is very effective. I think a man can absolutely seduce a woman with his voice alone. One time I was in love with this radio talk show host, and I had this picture in my mind of what this guy looked like, and I would listen to him every night. It was like a late night talk show host. I'd listen to him for the whole however many hours he was on the radio talking. And I thought, whoa. And I was picturing a certain thing. And then I had a chance to go meet this guy, and he was really a funny looking guy. He kind of looked like a caricature. You know, when you go to an amusement park or whatever and they draw the caricature of you, and that's what it looks. He looked like that. And but however, guess what? He had this girlfriend there who was a stunner. She was significantly taller than him. She was very well built, you know, noticeably. And she was funny, smart, and that was his girlfriend. So he got her with that voice. I mean, and the personality too, and he was funny, and so all those things. But it wasn't his looks. It was the voice, and the humor. So anyway, just a little couple thoughts on voices, and thank you for watching. As always, please like, subscribe, and share. I appreciate you watching, and go out and live a great story. Bye.